It's so hard to keep quiet, especially when I see questions coming in. So I started learning bobbin lace about 3 years ago, and I fell in love with it right away, so I make a lot of lace. And let's see, someone was asking if I starch it. I don't starch these. These are Spanish linen. I can make 4 this week. They're available in my Etsy shop as an order. They're a made-to-order item. Other things I do starch, like my dragons, I do starch these. And this pattern is available in my Etsy shop. And there are several versions of it available as made-to-order items too, if people are interested. And I have a full tutorial here on YouTube of how to make it that you can follow along with after you purchase the pattern. I'm Galicia B everywhere. You might think that I only like cats based on my Instagram posts and my logo, but I like dogs too. Yep, the dragon is available in my shop too. I don't currently have a listing for the blue and black, but all you have to do is message me. I have all sorts of colors. Thank you. The dragon is one of my favorite patterns that I've made. How do you begin planning the patterns? It depends. This pattern, I have a professional lace, well, I have professional lace software, so I have the idea. Sometimes I map the idea out on graph paper, and then when I think I have what I am searching for, then I transfer it over to the software so that it's all perfectly geometrically mapped out. Other things though, like the dragon I drew in Procreate, and then I tested it out several times to figure out where the spacing should be for all of the pins, and then I just cleaned it up. Victoria, yes I do. going to have to update the description of this video to say no talking Tuesday, but no talking for the first 20 minutes only. Don't forget to like this stream, guys. It helps me out. I appreciate it so much. How am I able to keep track and answer questions and read the chat? So I have my camera set up just it's almost right in front of my face. And I don't always have to look at my hands. So I have to look down when I'm pinning. If I'm moving the bobbins, I don't have to look at my hands. There's all sorts of great resources for beginners. My bookmarks, if you look into my Etsy shop, my bookmarks are all numbered. And they're a skill builder series. So start with number 1, and then you just keep working your way up. This is in the skill builder series. It's not a super complicated pattern. You just have to work your way up to it, and it's like, I think it might be bookmark number 3, maybe 2. Yeah, it's not a super hard one. But there are all sorts of really good books out there too. You want to see zoom in on the knots? Just a sec. Is the bookmark for a specific series or book? No. The reason I made this one is called MILLE ARACHNE. All of these shapes right here, they're called cathedral window spiders. And I love making spiders because I just think it's such a cool design. And I wanted a bookmark that was full of spiders. And then it just turns out to look like a stained glass window when you mix colors together and have a black outline. I just think it looks so cool. How do you keep track of the bobbins that are the same colors? I'm actually looking at how they're hanging down. So it might be kind of hard to see on the screen, but I can tell exactly where they're laying, and that's how I know which ones to grab. You'll never look at a spider web the same way again. I always love looking at spider webs. I'm going to move this and then I'll swing back in so you can see the weaving. I have to keep all of the pins until the pattern is finished. Now, I'll keep everything around the edges, and for something this small, I'll keep like an inch to maybe 2 inches here, but everything above that I can pin. The pins are there to help me create the pattern, and they're there to help hold the thread in place with the proper tension. And then at a certain point, it's not doing anything anymore because the tension is set. So I can steal pins from the top part. Victoria, you should try. I've got my beginner bobbin lace series. It's a playlist here. I need to back up just so that I can properly do this. Thank you so much for being here, Beans. I appreciate you. If you look in my Etsy shop and you look at some of the jewelry, I could do something like what you see with the jewelry. That'd be cute. How long ago did I start making lace? About 3 years ago. How long ago did I start making this one? It's about an hour and a half of work so far. I prepped it before the live, and then I started it during the live. How much thread? If you measure 3 times the length of your pattern, it's a good amount. Sometimes the patterns are a bit more complicated and you need more thread, but it's never a big deal because you can always just tie more thread on. Thank you everybody who liked this stream. The pin is adorable. It's my little froggy pin. It's my little meep meep. That's what he said. Meep meep. My channel members, there's a sticker that's a meat sticker. You'll see it. Until I go live. Well, me going live regularly on YouTube is kind of a new thing. And I'm testing out different things that the community will like. And so I've been thinking of doing this No Talking Tuesdays, but it lasted 20 minutes before I couldn't stand it. Because there are always so many questions and I want to be able to answer. So I'll change the description of this video to say no talking for the first 20 minutes. But I plan to go live a couple times a week, and I will leave the lives up because I know people like to listen to them to fall asleep. This pattern takes me about 3 to 3.5 hours total. So just the setup, like winding the bobbins and setting it up before the live started, took me probably 45 minutes to an hour. And then for this one, when I sell it in my shop, I also hand paint the packaging, and I think it's really special, so that takes a little bit of time too. The dragon, I want to say it probably takes me about 2 hours from start to finish. But keep in mind that it's not a race and that everybody has their own pace. And this is not the pace that I started at. Dragon. Here's the dragon again if you just joined. I sent one dragon out in the mail today. Do my hands hurt? No, my hands never hurt from making lace. My hands hurt from crochet. They get crampy, but I'm not used to it. I've never had my hands hurt from making lace. How many bobbins on this project? I think it's maybe, I don't remember. Maybe about 40. I have like fancy braiding. No, I'm not a crocheter. Like, I have crocheted. I'd like to do some more things though. I'm still learning crochet. I also do needle lace. You maybe have seen one of my shorts where I'm working on a little tiny heart. That's needle lace. And I probably will go live making some needle lace soonish. Are these leaves original or are they patterns you've learned? The technique is, it's not original, and the design that I made is my design, but the shapes in here, they're called cathedral window spiders, and I think they've probably been around for hundreds of years, that specific shape. I love when I get so I have this on a piece of foam on top of my pillow, and when it gets to like an awkward angle, I can grab the whole thing and lift it up, and then I can push them back in. It's so satisfying. Yeah, I will, I'll plan to go live and make soul lace or Tenerife lace. Yeah. It's not badgering, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help people learn and know more about it. I started about 3 years ago. I live in Galicia, Spain, and I just happened to live near the lace capital of Galicia, Spain. So I saw it done all the time, and I thought it was so cool. I was super mesmerized by it, and I thought, oh, one day I'm going to learn that, you know, but I really wanted to. So most of the towns here offer classes, and so I just started going to the classes, and that's how I learned the basics. And then I went home and I taught myself a bunch because I really liked it from the very beginning, and one class a week for 2 hours just wasn't enough. So I went home and I looked stuff up too. Does this type originate from Spain? No, there isn't one country or region that can claim ownership of lace, because lace has existed as long as people have been weaving and making cloth. There's so many different kinds of lace, but bobbin lace exists all over the world, and you'll see different kinds of pillows and different styles of bobbins, and there will be some designs that are super specific to an area of a country or a country, but no, this isn't specifically from Galicia, Spain or something. Lace is has been declared by UNESCO to be an intangible, oh no, I'm gonna get the name wrong, intangible cultural heritage. Yes, exactly, Victoria. Thank you. And different countries have a really unique lace, and it's a super important part of the heritage of some places and the culture. It's really cool. Here's my little pin up close. Cute. I painted these pins. And I have availability for 4 this week of these in my Etsy shop as a made to order item. That was definitely a status symbol back in the day. One of these down. Yeah, so cool. It's fascinating, the history of lace in different parts of the world. Sí, es súper relajante, ¿no? Me encanta. Es muy relajante hacerlo también. Someone asks, so with experience, you're able to tell how much thread to put on the bobbin. Yeah, just a general rule of thumb is to measure 3 times the length of what you're working on. It's called bobbin lace. Some patterns, some designs are more complicated and you need more thread on your bobbin than that, but it's never a problem. If you run out of thread, you can just add more. Thank you, Kanzani. Is this a hobby, a job, or a passion of yours? It's all three. Something went wrong. I got a color mistake. Where is it? It's back here. I have to backtrack. I need to show you how we noticed that there was a mistake. It happens. These are red, and this is yellow and orange. That's how I noticed that there was a color mistake. And I can tell where it is. The orange is correct, but over here, they got switched. I have to go back just a bit so I can go fix that color mistake. No, I don't have to restart. I just have to go back to the point where there is a mistake so I can fix it. It's not a big deal. It happens. It's satisfying to unravel it sometimes too. Almost there. Is that my cat in the channel out of there? It is. It's funny. That's Michi, and Michi's actually the neighbor's cat, but we joke that we share custody because she likes to spend her days in the sun with us, and then she goes home at night. She just likes to wander in the neighborhood. She's a sweet girl. We didn't know for months who she belonged to because she was always showing up at our house to get cuddles. What was the mistake? I can show you once I get up there again too. I have a color mistake where I think maybe I didn't close a pin properly or something. This is called bobbin lace. I think I can reach it. Does it take longer to make it or unravel it? I think it takes longer to make it. This is where the mistake is. So whatever I did, the orange stayed over here, but it needs to go to the other side. And there we go, I just fixed it. So yeah, it's not hard to fix mistakes. I'm not making knots, so it's not like impossible to fix things. I have beginner tutorials here. How advanced is the dragon pattern? It's an intermediate pattern. I would suggest doing the beginner tutorial series and do the bookmarks in order and then do the dragon. Bye, Pamela. Thank you to my new channel members too. I appreciate you. Whoop. What's the hardest pattern out of my patterns? For my patterns, I would say that the dragon and the cloud are about similar. Oh, hey, Melissa. Out of the ones that I have available, I would say those ones. Intermediate, I don't have a super difficult one out yet, but a harder one is coming in maybe October, November. Yeah, the pumpkin. Oh no, for sure the pumpkin, yeah. We're talking, I think, about patterns that I have available. Just over an hour, so I think I'm going to take off here in just a few minutes. I appreciate you all joining me. I'll change the video description to say that there was no talking for the first 20 minutes only. Yep, I just fixed a mistake. Oh, no worries, Melissa. We had a nice group today. Very nice people. I'm still figuring out how things work. I tried to add Gemma earlier and I couldn't figure it out. Let me see. I don't think it's gonna let me. Oh, it will. There, I just added you. I wasn't sure if it would let me during the live. Thank you. I wonder too. Well, I tried doing it before the live started from the back end, like from the office, but I don't know. I wasn't figuring it out. Okay, I'm just gonna make this last square. My favorite colors? I think it just depends on my mood. I do tend to make a lot of stuff with rainbow colors though. Oops. Thank you. Yes, please click the thumbs up. I have 3 pins left and then I'm gonna take off for the evening. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. It was fun to answer your questions. I will post on the community tab and let you all know when the next live will be too. Okay, have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you to my mod. Bye, everyone. Catch you on the flip side.